welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. My name is Jim. We listen to, talk about, and do all sorts of things music-y. We do. And today, we are listening to this little beauty. This is Wheel. That's the band. The album is called Resident Human. And they are from Finland. So we continue with this Finnish theme that we seem to have ended up doing for the last week and a bit. It wasn't planned. It's just happened like this. This has been a request from Werner, who asked for this a month or so ago. And I hadn't realised at the time, in the way that I was planning things and how they're coming out, that all these things would be finished. So I did a mixtape at the end of last week on Friday for Rudy, which unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which way you look at it, included some music from this album. So almost all of this album is going to be brand new to me, but there's one track, two tracks really. Resident Human itself, which is obviously the title track and the penultimate one on the album, and Old Earth, which is a much smaller sort of bringing back down, finishing the album off. But we have many other tracks on here. I'll say many. We have 5 other tracks on here. Dissipating, Movement, Ascend, 6 actually, sorry. Dissipating, Movement, Ascend, Hyperion, and Fugue, which take up... don't take up anything actually. They are the tracks I don't know. And then we have Resident Human and Old Earth. Dissipating and Movement are on side 1, Ascend and Hyperion on side 2, and then Fugue, Resident Human and Old Earth take up all of side 3. There are 4 sides of this record, but the 4th side is an etching. There is no music on it. So this is now what we're going to do. Werner says on his email to me, so he asked previously for Subsignal, and even if he didn't love them, anyway, you wanted something more adventurous, and you got it. Okay, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to sort of push you into selecting something that you didn't want to do. You did want to do it. I noticed you've never had any Wheel on your channel. That needs to be rectified. They are another band that I hold very high regard, and that I believe deserves a much larger audience. So here's my second pick: Wheel, Resident Human. Wheel are a Finnish prog metal band consisting of Jussi Turunen on bass, I think. Is he bass? We have Santeri Saksala on drums, and British-born James Lascelles on vocals and guitar. They put out 3 EPs and 3 albums since 2017. I had a hard time deciding between Resident Human from 2021, that's their second album, or their latest one, which is Charismatic Leaders. I have heard Charismatic Leaders. That's the one that is on Inside Out Records. I listened to that a few months ago. And I spoke about it on the channel. I said, this is such a good album. I really, really think we need to explore more Wheel. But that is what I had heard, and I didn't listen to it on camera. Musically, they're pretty much on the same level, but Resident Human is a bit rougher around the edges, a little bit less polished, which I appreciate. Also, it has 2 of my favourite Wheel tracks on it, Dissipating and Hyperion. In my experience, when people hear this band for the first time, they often compare them to Tool. But while there are moments, especially some instrumental parts with syncopated rhythms and jammy guitars, where I get that comparison, I think you'll find that Wheel have their own distinct style and feel, and are far from just aping someone else's sound. Enough talk. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's. As always, appreciate you and your content immensely. Be well. I could not echo those words any more loudly to you guys. I appreciate you all so much. I do not take it for granted, and I appreciate you so much being here and watching these videos. Be well. Let us listen to Wheel, Resident Human. loving that bass line.
I've been clambering for purchase, giving on, venerating every endeavor to defy the baser mechanics. Why would there be an exception for us?
I absolutely get what you're saying about it being... I was about to say, I absolutely get what you're saying about it having a sort of a Tool vibe, but having its own very distinct signature. This totally does. It's taking a lot of that Tool sound, but doing its own thing. This track is dissipating. I like all of this very, very much. I was really impressed when I heard this on Friday. The track Resident Human. I had high hopes for this album.
If everything will turn to rust, untraveled. I'll embrace these limitations and stop trying to escape them. I'm and all you'll never be is forever indifferent to me.
Wow. This is just so good. Absolutely brilliant. Oh. That was a bit special, wasn't it? Blimey. Movement. So good. Dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it.
You're daunted by the magnitude of this undertaking. So much easier to be strangling in apathy, romanticizing all that would cease to be. But we know the price of silence. We all know the price of silence.
Gotta talk about this drumming. It's good. He's a flippin' good drummer. Oh my word. Wow. Oh. That there is the first side of Resident Human. And my God, what a side of music that was. We only had 2 tracks. We had Dissipating and Movement. Movement had movement. It was brilliant. Dissipating, it was big and long and epic with shades of light and dark and fast and slow and heavy and light and oh my goodness gracious me. Wow. Huh. It is, I mean, Werner, you said on here it's a bit rough around the edges. I don't know where you're getting that. What? Maybe I've yet to hear it, but there's nothing rough about this at all. It sounds incredibly polished, incredibly well played and recorded and produced, and I can't think how this is particularly rough at all. But anyway, oh my life. Right, let's listen to the side that comes next, which is side 2. Ascend and Hyperion. God, this is so good. I mean, I am almost lost for words. It's ridiculous, really, because I need to be able to talk. I will try and think of something erudite and interesting to say, maybe at the end of the next video. But this, I'm flabbergasted. I absolutely am. Oh, enjoying it much. Yes. I'll see you on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. And until then, this is Jim over.